lipstick on you, Lakeisha.
It does look good.
It's
That is a
beautiful.
very nice lipstick on you.
It's
And the
beautiful.
blush
Thank
looks
you.
good. And everyone really chose a lipstick that works with their skin. It looks really good.
Oh, well, thank
It
you.
really,
Thank
really
you. That's
does.
awesome
Okay,
coming
so
from
now
you,
we can go
Derrick.
live.
We are live.
Oh, we were already live.
We are live.
I didn't realize we were live. I'm a bit, okay. Hello, everyone.
Kristen sneaks that in sometimes.
Hello, everyone. Thank you
You're,
so much for joining us. We are the KMD, and we have a beautiful, awesome, special, just fantastic special guest for you all. Just a little rundown. I am Dr. Lakeisha. I'm an anesthesiologist and owner of Elevate MD Wellness Center in Charlotte. This is my girlfriend and sister, Dr. Kristen, to the right or your left, whatever. She is an anesthesiologist and she is the owner of Renew Medi Spa in Waxhaw, North Carolina. And then to my other side is my sister. She knows all my secrets. Don't get her drunk. Dr. Tamika. She is a sports medicine physician. And y'all, did y'all know a little tidbit? She is the longest standing female physician for the National Football League Combines in Indianapolis, Indiana. Shout out to Dr. Tamika. And then at the bottom, I would not be a doctor had it not been for this young lady keeping me from quitting multiple times. This is Dr. Amber, my medical school buddy. She is a anesthesiologist and pain medicine specialist at Wake Forest in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Welcome, welcome. And you guys, today is Beauty Day for the holidays. Now, I know we're in the midst of COVID and all of our gatherings are going to be virtual, so you must slay for the camera. And to help us slay for the camera is a gentleman who really needs no introduction,
but do it anyway. Do it anyway.
You all, I am so excited to present to you a gentleman who is a celebrity stylist and makeup artist. He's also a fantastic entrepreneur, and we'll get to why later. He went to the prestigious Georgetown Day School in Washington. He has been on sets of The Oprah Show with Miss Oprah Winfrey. He has done makeup for the fabulous one and only First Lady Michelle Obama. He's done makeup for Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Beyonce, Miss Yolanda Adams, Miss CeCe Peniston, and CeCe Winans, and the list goes on and on and on. Y'all get your pen out and your
You
paper.
have done your homework.
Yes, this doctor has studied the one and only Mr. Derrick Rutledge. Welcome to the KMD.
I thank you all for having me here. I really do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all inviting me to be a part of your powwow that you all have weekly. And to be a special guest amongst the greatness of you all really warms my heart. It really does. And you know what's really funny is that I fell in love with you all when well, first of all, you, Lakeisha. Is it okay if I call you Lakeisha? I don't have to refer to you as doctor, do I? Okay. When I did your photo shoot up here in Washington, D.C., and then while on tour, to find out that you all didn't have enough tickets in order to get in. And I was so happy that I was instrumental in helping you all get tickets to get all of your girlfriends in. And then for you all to all meet Oprah, and then to meet all of you all, and then fall in love with you all, because your hearts are so pure and wonderful. And I appreciate that, really, from the depths of my soul. I got sisters.
We love you.
We love you so much. You were a part of a divine intervention that weekend, because not only did you bless us with the VIP treatment, but we had to change our flights to go to Los Angeles because they accompanied me for a speaking engagement with Melinda Williams. The flight was sold out, Derrick. We could not change our tickets. And we kept calling and calling and calling. Do you know God turned that thing around? All four of us got on the same flight in the same row together.
Oh my God, see how God works. See how he works. Because
Man.
I do know that I remember you saying that you all had to leave exactly the next morning and do some huge event in LA. I remember that. And I kept saying, oh my God, I hope they make it. I hope they make it. I hope they can make it. And you all did. See, that's when you have your heart is pure, God has a way of always working things out for you.
And then it didn't stop there, Derrick. I just have to say this last thing. Because of what you sort of snowballed or initiated, it snowballed into us fielding a lot of medical questions from a group of powerful, phenomenal Black women in Hollywood. And after that weekend, the Cape MD was born.
That is true.
Oh, well, that's phenomenal. I like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
Were
So-
you all able to tell everyone where you had been and what you had done and all those things?
Absolutely.
So that means you all were rock stars at the event then.
Oh yes. we thought we were rock stars at the event.
And that's the way
Oh.
it should be.
We were
It was-
living our best lives.
It was the beautiful Vanessa Williams who said, oh my God, y'all need to put a show together. Y'all just filled with so much information and you're so fun and lighthearted and loving. And we were like, girl, ain't nobody got time for that. We all doctors. But we kept talking and people kept saying it. And by the end of the weekend, we said, you know what, y'all? Let's give the people what they want. Here we are.
And here we are. Here we are, giving the people what they want. Gotta give, what's that song? Got to give the people what they want. See there? That we giving the people what they want. Okay, so not to hold up the people's time, because I don't want them to think we're wasting their time or that we're crazy. We're just exuding love towards each other. That's all. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Well, Derrick, how'd you get into this? How'd you get into
I got into this business. I'm not going to go into the long story because the long story will take us till tomorrow morning. We'll be here for 3 hours, but it's basically from college, doing makeup for a lot of the girls in college, using that as my platform to learn how to do makeup and to get good with all different skin tones. From there to working with Dudley, doing, a lot of photo shoots with producers and publishers of different magazines, putting together an extensive portfolio, going to Europe, traveling there for 3 months throughout Europe, doing beauty work, putting together a portfolio, coming back, working at Dudley for 4 years as their beauty director for all their books that came out. From there to being from actually Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore literally was co-hosting with Donnie Simpson for Sherry Shepherd while she was on maternity leave, and she needed someone to actually fill in for her for makeup because she wasn't happy with what was going on with her makeup. They called me in, and they loved my work so much, I ended up being at BET for almost 5 years. And that's how I got to meet so many celebrities because first of all, I love what I do. The love of what I do comes through my heart, my soul, and my hands. And I created all these relationships with a lot of different celebrities that work there. Then once BET decided to go from DC to New York, I decided it was time for me to step out on faith, stop hiding in the makeup room, because during that time, that's when I was known as the big guy in the makeup room that could beat face, because that's when I was at my heaviest. So once I decided it's time for me to step out on faith and literally do something to help me so I can go out and help other people, I had my gastric bypass surgery to lose weight. And from that surgery, I lost 300 pounds, which it just pushed me into being so much happier about myself that I was more outgoing, and I started really nurturing all those relationships that I had with Yolanda, Cece, Shaka, Patty, you name it. And then started doing tours with them, album covers, movie videos. Um, you name it, I was there, traveling all over the world with them. To getting a call one day, going to visit my mom, bless her soul, um, to come and audition for the First Lady Michelle Obama, and I thought it was literally an audition until I found out it was for the St. Patrick's Day celebration dinner on March 17th of 2009. They loved the work so much, they literally booked me for the rest of that year. And then I was there every day, literally from 7 or 8 in the morning till evening doing her makeup because she has so many things on her plate. Oprah noticed the work, that iconic Time magazine cover that, the one where she's got the black and white, where she's got her hands on her face like this. I'm the photographer showing her how to do those type of moves. But from that magazine that she saw her and she auditioned me. And then I went from doing Michelle to doing Oprah, both at the same time for about 3 months till I had to make a decision. I decided to step away and then try to do something else because I was at the time suffering from my mother being very sick at the time and needing to nurse her and take care of her because she was going through her ovarian cancer. So I literally decided to step away from both Michelle and from Oprah and then help my mother, be there for my mother. And then I started getting calls from Oprah maybe a couple of months later, can I come in and do this and come in and do that? And then it led to me being with her now for almost 10 years, where I am now. Up until COVID, it was a daily routine to be flying from DC, which is home, to LA, or meeting her in LA and then flying wherever we needed to go to do the job around the world. I mean, being with her is taking me to India, to Tokyo, to all over Africa, to South America, to the islands, all over the United States, Canada. It's been a humbling and wonderful and beautiful experience being with her and, being there with the First Lady. So to be able to say that I worked on the two most iconic faces in the world is a blessing, because from that, the Washington Post did a big story about how I was literally working on the two most iconic faces, helping them to transform and then transforming myself. So during that time, I was also working on me, which I'm still on.
I got chills from the story.
I tell people I'm a work in progress, and I am. So
I think that the best part of that whole story was just that you walked out on faith. It was an amazing story to just hear you say, I needed to step out the shadow and I needed to walk out on faith, and how far God brought you after that.
Because I was, my thing was, I grew up not happy. And when I say not happy, I always pretended I was happy. I always made sure I was jovial and laughed and everything, but deep down inside I was not happy. And that was because I was a big guy, and I was, at my heaviest 580. People talked about me, they teased me, they told, said all kinds of things that were hurtful. And I always laughed and joked along like it was funny, but it really wasn't. And so my safety was being at BET, being in the last cubicle, because there were 3 cubicles, and I could sit back there on a stool because I was too heavy to really stand and do makeup. So I would sit on the stool, and I would have one leg open, have my legs open, and when the people would slide in up close to me and I paint, I sit there and I would paint. And that's how I did everyone. I did all the hosts that way. The guests that came in, I did that way. And that was my safety net. That was my place, my space that I could come and literally do makeup, make everyone beautiful, and then make sure that every day at 4:00 that I did not miss Oprah Winfrey. I would religiously call mommy up at school because she's the principal, call my father up and say, Daddy, you watching Oprah? Mommy, you watching Oprah? Because they knew how much I loved Oprah. And I back then, 20 some years ago, kept saying, I just want to do Oprah one day, just one day. I just want to do Oprah one day. So things manifest themselves out. You actually get what you want if you manifest it, but you don't get it when you want it. You get it when God feels you're ready for it.
Right.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yes. So that is definitely a testimony. You
Well,
are.
thank you. I didn't mean to come on to be a preacher. That's not my calling.
But hey, we love it. We love it. It's inspiration. Dreams come true. You are a living, walking, breathing example of that. So we're super excited to have you. Thank you for sharing your story
Thank
with
you
us.
again. Thank you again. So I hope that was not, I hope I gave you the condensed version. And, because I didn't want to take it out because the next, once they read the book, it'll go into depth.
Yes,
that
we
was
gotta
just,
give them something
that
to,
was the executive
something to
summary.
wait for.
There
Okay,
we
that was the
go.
executive summary.
A little teaser.
Yes, I like it.
And we got to get to these amazing lashes you have. So before we do that, let's just chat a little bit because
Yes, please.
you have some really awesome beauty tips. Yes, you are an amazing makeup artist, but we all know that to get great makeup, you have to start with great skin. So
That's right. You must start with great skin.
absolutely. So we all are very conscious of not only what we put in our bodies, but what we put on our bodies. We all choose our beauty products very selectively. We pay attention to the ingredients. But what if, someone just happens to run out of a mask one day or run out of their vitamin C serum or whatever they have? Do you have any home remedies that you like to use?
Well, of course I do. First of all, if they do run out, all they need to do is run over to your Medi Spa and they can just pick it up very quick.
Okay.
I thought that was I
online.
thought that was a very cute, shameless plug. I thought that was a real cute plug for you. But yeah, but when you do run out and you're not able to get to your Medi Spa and pick up something for their skin, then you can always shop your cabinet. You can shop your refrigerator. You can shop your pantry and find all the things you need in order to make yourself, whatever your problem is with your skin, you can find it in your pantry. Should we start? Where should we start? Which skin should we discuss?
Well, I'm pretty acne prone. So do you have suggestions for people who are acne prone?
Yes. As a matter of fact, what's funny is that I literally took what I'm about to tell you and put a whole bunch of them in the freezer so I can make some banana nut bread later. But but you take some bananas and you mix it with baking soda and some turmeric and you mix it together and you can use that to literally to ward off, turmeric wards off bacteria. That's one thing about turmeric. And the bananas are full of vitamin A. And the baking soda absorbs the oil. So you can use that to scrub your face. And then you can also use that to literally use it as a mask. And then, you just sit, one thing is not going to get, it's not going to harden like most masks, but it is going to do what it needs to do. And that's a good way of taking care of acne prone skin.
I love that. I love turmeric. I'm glad you brought up that ingredient.
Turmeric is very good. It's good internally and it's also good topically.
Yes,
it really is.
Super rich antioxidant. So great for fighting those free radicals that can age our skin.
That's right.
It's also anti-inflammatory. So like you mentioned, fighting the bacteria, but also fighting inflammation that can leave the hyperpigmentation that you can get after acne as well.
That's right, which is leading me to also is a good way of alleviating dark circles, because you know how a lot of people always talk about how they have dark circles. Well, if they have the dark circles, what they can do is take some of the turmeric and mix it with honey and put that underneath the eyes so that they can literally, help with lightening up those dark spots under the eyes. Because I know I run into women all the time that always talk about dark circles and how can they use it. There are always things out on the market that say that they do certain things, but I'm one of those people that because of my eczema, I have been taking care of my skin since high school. And so I've been getting all kinds of natural ingredients, like I said, shopping my pantry and finding all kinds of things that help with my skin. Even before I started studying it, I was doing it and then not realizing what I was doing. I mean, for instance, I remember being in high school one day and my mother kept saying, what I was doing. I was taking cucumber and putting it on my face, cucumber. And as a matter of fact, that's one of the one of the masks that you can make. You can take cucumber and oatmeal. I took the oatmeal, I put it in the blender, crushed up the oatmeal, made it almost like like dust. And then I mixed it with some water and some cucumber juice. And I took that and then I put a little bit of put lemon in it. And then I would take and put that on my skin, and I would use the oatmeal as an exfoliant, and I would just rub it all over my face. And then once I did that, I would let it sit. Then I would take and put my head over some steam once it got hard after about 10, 15 minutes. And then once it softened again, I scrub it all off with a washcloth. And then I would follow that up with some lotion and lemon, fresh lemon. I would put fresh lemon on my face. And I was doing that every day, or at least 2 or 3 times a week, I would say. But the lemon, I was putting it all the time because I want the lemon. If you suck on the lemon, you know what happens when you suck on the lemon. You go, you do that. Well, that's what it does with the pores. It literally closes and tightens the pores and everything. Well, not only does it do that, guess what else it does? Take a guess. It lightens the skin.
Oh, that makes sense. Like it does with your hair too.
Right, it lightens the skin. And my mother said, Derrick, you're getting lighter. I said, Mommy, no, I'm not. What are you talking about? She said, Derrick, me seeing myself every day, I didn't know. And because I was putting lemon on my face all the time. I would take fresh lemon juice and I put it on, I mix it with my lotion, put it on my face. It was making me lighter. So just saying all of that to say, lemon juice is a very good way of lightening the skin. So
that's good to know. I mean,
pigmentation.
Say that again.
It'll help with hyperpigmentation, like those dark spots.
Yes, it does. But you can't. What you need to do if you use it is take it and put it in the spots. You don't want to put it all over because it will still completely lighten the skin, and the dark spots will stay. They'll stay dark. Or everything will lighten, but they won't be even. So it's best if you do have hyperpigmentation, concentrate on the darker spots and not all over. Gotcha. But I'm saying all of that to say, I have been loving taking care of my skin for a very long time. All of my friends, well, I don't say all of them, most of them that I run into, they swear, they said, Derrick, you either have a pact with the devil or you had very good surgery done. And I'm like, no, I haven't. I just said, when you all saw me back in high school, in college, and still to this day doing face exercises, that's what I have been doing. I've been up in the mirror, doing doing this with my neck and doing all kinds of face exercises and doing this and doing that and doing that to keep the neck tight. And by doing that, it's kept my face very tight and kept the muscles in the face tight.
Well, and I bet nobody here could guess how old you are. So whatever you were doing, it was working.
Well, I've been doing makeup for 30 years. Let's say I started when I was 8.
Wow.
No, but honestly, everyone, this year I turned, and as Oprah says, stand in your truth. This year I turned 59. So.
Ooh, I would have never guessed that.
I told you.
Never. Never.
Thank you very much.
Boy, you better share some of those exercises. What were you doing again?
I know that's going to be part of it. You're going to practice these facial exercises.
You practicing that in the mirror.
What you do now?
All of that. But I've been doing that for a long time. I mean, to the point that I've been doing that for a long time. Very long time. But
it pays off.
But let me throw a little but in there. And the but is that if you don't have if you have gone way past the point where you can't really tighten those muscles, because what you have to realize is that as we as we age, what happens is that our we lose elasticity. The muscle starts to weaken, which is why I do all these face exercises to try to keep those muscles tight in the face, which is why I'm in the gym trying to tighten up all this muscle up under this skin from losing all that weight. But the muscle is the building blocks of keeping your skin together, and that's why every day I do at least 1 or 2 scoops of collagen, and I've been doing that now close to a year because the collagen is what keeps the skin tight, and it helps to keeps the elasticity in the skin together. Am I right, doctor? You just want to make sure
It's the fountain of youth, that
I want
collagen.
to make, I want to make sure I'm not saying anything I'm not supposed to say, or I'm not, or if I'm wrong, please correct me. But this is what I've been reading up on, and what I read up on, which what I've been doing, and why I've been so adamant about getting my collagen every day. But what I was getting at is that if you've gotten to the point where you have gone past getting, where the muscles are starting to fall, or you are starting to see the furrows in the face, which is those, they call them the H's between the eyebrows, or you're seeing the deep crevices in the forehead, then that's when you actually head on over to your Medi Spa, and then they can get a little bit of Bobo.
Just
You go get a little bit of Bobo.
Bobo.
They
Gotta
go get
love
some
the
Bobo. Gotta get they can head on over to a Medi Spa and get a little bit of Bobo and soften those lines, and then get a little bit of filler, because what happens is that you start getting those lines in between the nose. You can get some filler. If you want to get some Bobo around the eyes, that'll soften the lines around the eyes. Go around the forehead. You can and think about is that as long as you go to someone that's reputable, that knows what they're doing, knows just how far to go, then only thing it will do is that it would literally help to soften the lines. It will help with giving you what I like to call a refresher. It makes you look like you've had a lot of rest, because when you start worrying and things like that, you tend to squint a lot. You tend to think, and when you're thinking, that's when you get the H's in between the eyebrows. That's when your forehead starts wrinkling up and things like that. But if you get a little bit of Bobo, and if they don't know what Bobo is, Botox, then that'll help to soften those, and you can still be doing those expressions, except it won't put a lot of pressure on the muscles that are causing those muscles to do that. So, Doc, did I say anything again that I should not have said, or that I
love it.
corrected?
I need some Bobo on my crow's feet on this side.
I got you, boo.
Ladies
and some filler.
that is Renew Med Spa in Waxhaw, North
Oh, it's renewed. And tell them where your Renew Med Spa is, Doc.
Yes.
It's right outside of Charlotte in Waxhaw, North Carolina. Very beautiful, historic downtown district.
Wonderful. And for those of you that don't live in the Charlotte area and you want to find a good doctor that can possibly give you some Bobo in your particular city, because I don't know where the people are that are online right now, but I'm sure that the doctor can probably help you with that, or just talk to someone in your area and find out who does good work. But it's always good to check on the doctor, make sure that you literally see their work on other patients, and if you can contact their patients, do that, because a lot of times you don't want to overdo it, and then also you got to make sure that it's someone that knows what they're doing. So that's all. Yes,
Absolutely.
You have a physician external to a plastic surgeon doing your Bobo.
Okay, wait a minute, plastic surgery too, doctor?
Well, yeah, plastic surgeons do it, but most Medi Spas don't have actual physicians injecting the Botox. Dr. Kristen does all of her Bobo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, wait a minute. I know, Kristen, you are in Charlotte. I know that, Keisha, you're in Charlotte. Where's everyone else?
Winston-Salem, so just 90 minutes down the road.
Okay, and
I'm all the way in Indianapolis, so I'm
Indianapolis. Okay, so all you people in Indianapolis that need some Bobo, you can talk.
They need more than Bobo.
So, Derek, for those who maybe don't want to do bobo, what are some kind of remedies that we can do to, keep it tight and right?
Those little, you mean those little things? Well, the thing about it, like I said, I have been doing this since high school. What happens is that people say it doesn't work, and it is not an instant lift. If you want instant, you talk to someone about a facer, about a facelift. If you want to just maintain, then you do face exercises, and then over time, at least allow 90 days. They always say at least allow 90 days to really see something, at least 30.
Yeah.
But 90, at least a good 30. That's if you're doing it every day. But at 90, I'm swear it'll more than likely take many, many years off of you. But you got to allow at least 30. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm doing with my trainer. Excuse me?
Do you have a good mask that helps with that? Do you have anything I can pull out my fridge or my pantry that'll help me kind of keep things tight?
For just tightening the skin?
Yeah, to keep things from drooping, something that might, just pull me up.
Things that can help only thing that's gonna really tighten the skin. Only thing that's gonna really tighten the skin is gonna be is doing a mask, but that's not lifting the muscles, that's just tightening the skin. For instance, like I said, with oatmeal and an egg white, like if you take oatmeal, egg white, and lemon juice and you put it together and you can use that as a mask, that would definitely tighten up the pores. But it's not going to lift the muscles, because a lot of what we're talking about is internal. Those are the muscles that are internal. So it's not the only thing that's going to help that are actually face exercises. Mm-hmm. That's going to help the muscles. But like I said, I've been doing it for so long that I'm ahead of everyone else. I've been doing this since high school. So I'm very good at it. And because it's a habit, I can be sitting and working and I'm just writing or whatever. And it's a habit. I'm doing it and I'm driving, and people look at me like I'm crazy, because I get to a stoplight and I look over and people are like, they think that I'm, straight off the yellow bus, or that I'm having a seizure or whatever. So, but I've been doing it for so long. But to answer your question, other than doing masks to help tighten skin or help with acne, or to help lift tired skin, or to, for blemish skin, other than that, there's nothing that's going to really help tighten the muscle, Yeah. So,
those are great. So thank you for giving us those tips. I know we was all over here taking notes.
well, that's good.
We do not want to run out of time before we can see what you have come to show us tonight, because we are
there it is behind me. There we go. See behind me?
What is in that beautiful box?
Yes, tell us what is in that
a shameless plug. That's a shameless plug.
Well, plug it.
Shameless.
Plug it.
That's a shameless plug.
We want to tell the
We
people.
want to see them. We want to experience
them. What has happened is that after many years of wanting to actually sit in the audience to receive those favorite things, gifts that people would always get. I mean, every time I would see someone, she says, guess what today is? It's favorite things. And then I get mad. And I even called and said, how do you find out to be a person to be in the audience just to be good one? Because the gifts were phenomenal. And everybody in the audience would get those gifts. And I always wanted to be one of those people to get the gifts. Well, I literally went from getting the gifts to literally being a person that can give a gift. And so this year I became one of Oprah's favorite things for 2020.
Awesome.
Congratulations. That's an honor.
Yes, it is very much an honor. It's very much an honor. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cheers myself to that.
Yes, we're all going to toast to that.
Tell
Here's
us,
my
what is it?
camera.
What is it? What is it? Show us. What is it? I'm so excited.
Okay, what it is. Okay, let me tell you the history behind it. Let me take it. I take it out the box because I keep it in the plastic because I don't want to mess up the box. Oh, let me pull up one. Let me see. I'll get one that's actually still tied up because it comes like this.
Ooh, so pretty.
Derrick, mine is on
I
its
love
way.
it.
Like I'm watching the tracking like a hawk, and mine is on its way. It's supposed to be here tomorrow.
And see, it says it's got the emboss of the PYP. PYP is perfecting your presence.
Hmm.
Don't tell me,
I love that.
please. See, I'm messing up, y'all. I'm messing up. I had my lash already sitting here glued to play with, and me doing something, the lash. See, that's one of those comedic moments where you try to be set up and you don't tell people you're all set up in front of you. And then all of a sudden things start happening and moving, and then you don't know what in the world happened. And by me having adhesive already on the lash, and then me having on black, which means that the lash is going to blend in with my clothes. These are the things that happen. This lets you know it's live. It lets you know it's live.
Right.
Okay. Well, it's the PYP, you comes with the box. It's like this. And it's the PYP logo that's embossed on it. And it says perfecting your presence. I'm trying to get over so you can see. It says perfecting your presence. It's a limited edition eyelash collection set. You get your box and you take and you open it. And then when you take and you open it, inside there is 2 pair of lashes. One is Karina, let me see, Karina and Phoenix.
All right.
Okay, it's Karina and Phoenix. I'm trying to get it. Okay, there we go.
Yep, that's
And
it.
then, and then you have the adhesive, and then you have the applicator. So this comes in the set. And what happened was because of COVID and because of COVID and because people were needing to wear a mask, and me having to, well, first of all, during COVID, because of the fact that, I was like everyone else, I was very down, trying to figure, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to pivot and do something else? Because most of my clients, I spent my entire life on the road, traveling, doing makeup. And this literally has been the longest I've ever been home my entire life. And I was like, well, what am I going to do? Because every client I talked to, all my celebrity clients, said they didn't foresee anything opening back up until next spring or at the earliest summer, So I'm like, well, I need to figure out something to do. So what I did was I started offering my services to a lot of them to train them and show them how to do their makeup. Because people like Oprah, who has been home since the tour ended on March 8th, I got home March 10th, and she's been home since March 10th. And she has not left her home since March 10th. All the interviews, everything she's been doing has been on her estate. And because of technology and green screen, she's conducting interviews against a green screen with a lot of the people, and it actually makes it look like they're together. For instance, the interview she did with President Barack Obama,
which was amazing. It was an amazing
right?
interview.
I saw that interview, had no idea that he was sitting in a room by himself against a green screen. No idea. And she was sitting, and so made it look like they were sitting across from each other with the fire. Had no idea till they teased it today, like actually what they did. So I reached out to Oprah and said, I love you even more. I can't believe this. You literally did that and made us feel you over there. And they were in opposite sides of the United States.
Wow.
And so I've been giving her Zoom, FaceTime lessons on how to do her makeup, showing her step by step, exactly how to do her makeup. And from that, I said, well, I could offer my services and teach makeup. So I started doing that. Then I said, okay, well, now everyone's having to wear a mask. And the only thing you can really see is the eyes. This is
Right.
all you're able to see. So because you happen to wear a mask, I said, let me do something first. I was coming out with something with the skin, but then I said, let me come out with something with the eyes first, because that's all you can see. And so I decided to come out with a collection of lashes, which I started out with I started with like 250 pair of looking at and trying to decide on what I wanted. And then I kept narrowing it down. And then I put them in categories from natural to, natural to the evening to Generation Z. Those lashes that are long, luxurious, lashes that when you open your eyes and bat them, your lashes are touching your forehead. Those lashes, that's for Generation Z. But it's 8 of them in that collection because I didn't want to keep out any age category. So, and then also I was thinking about ethnicities because everyone's lashes literally grow differently according to your ethnicity. And then I had to think about the fact that lashes aren't in a straight line. There's some are up, some are down, some are twisted, some are turning. So I kept that in mind and came up with a wonderful collection of 28. And then from that collection, I chose 4 that I felt would look good on Oprah, 2 for a everyday day look, and then 2 that could take her from a day to a evening look or something that was a little more elegant. And sent them to her, told her to pick 1 from each category. She did. She told me which one she liked. From that, I went back with my creative team and we came up with a prototype for a kit of what would be in the kit, what would go in, and what, and what the color of the kit would be, the logo, the website that had to be done, the new Instagram site. And then from that, this entire process was literally almost a 6-month process that I was doing behind the scenes, being quiet about it, but working hard along with my wonderful team to hit a lot of deadlines. There were a lot of deadlines to do this, to get the website up, to hit things for Amazon, to get things to O Magazine, to having to my manager running out and trying to get investors. It was a lot. But, once I got that call from Oprah that we decided to make you one of your favorite things, because once the kit was done, submitted it back to O Magazine so I could be in the running with everyone else that submitted stuff all over the country, all over the world who was submitting things. And to get the call that I was selected as a favorite things 2020, I have to admit, it was, I thank God. I was saying, I know mommy would be so proud up in heaven. And she's always been my butterfly, my angel that's always looking out for me. But then I had a crying moment because all of that pressure, finally paid off. All those years of wanting to receive the gift, now I'm one that's going to be able to give the gift. So all of that, all of that had a moment with me. And so to be able to go from, like I said, from wanting to get to now being able to give has been a wonderful moment for me. So thank you for allowing me to be here to showcase what all the work and hard work is taking me to right now. So thank you.
That is
I
so
think it's amazing how you've come full circle, though. Just
Yes.
think about where you started at BET and what you've already told us about how you started at BET and how you stepped out on faith and how you watched Oprah every day, and to now be a part of Oprah's favorite things, but a leader who is naturally who you are. It's so amazing. It's like, that is definitely one of those testimonies that you can give forever.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This journey has been wonderful. It's been humbling. It's been a dream that is bigger than I ever dreamed for myself. I didn't dream this big. I knew that I just wanted her to do her makeup one time. I didn't realize that dream of that one time would lead me to 10 years of every magazine cover for the past 10 years of British Vogue, her British Vogue covers. Her Hollywood Reporter covers. 3 movies, Wrinkle in Time, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, and also The Butler. you know, to be able to do, you know, to be able to say I've done movies. So my career expands, my career is vast. Like I said, it's been 30 years. And when I decided to sit down and really write all this out, people are going to have a wonderful, you know, a bestseller, because they also got to realize that what they're seeing now, they don't understand the backstory. They don't realize having to, you know, being on tour with Patti LaBelle and then my hip falling apart and I had to literally finish, didn't want to leave her without a makeup artist, so finished the last 3 cities in a wheelchair, not finding out till after I got back home to DC, and my manager picked me up from the airport and took me straight to the hospital to find out that my pelvis had crumbled and I had nothing holding my leg onto my body except for what was there, because it was the entire pelvis that crumbles. They had to rebuild the pelvis, you know. So then going from that to getting my hip replaced, and then find out the doctor put the wrong size pin in, which meant that the leg was almost 3 inches shorter than the other leg. So I went through so what people see now, they have no idea the backstory of what it took to get here. But when I write that all up, they'll understand, which is why I say this has been a humbling and rewarding experience at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, your story is amazing, and we are waiting for that book, just FYI. But in the meantime, I don't know about the rest of the ladies. I'm terrible at putting on eyelashes.
Lord have mercy.
Please walk us through it. Give us your tips. Give us your pearls, because sister needs some help.
Okay, I'm gonna have to, let me see. One of them disappeared. One of them disappeared, and if you think about, you only need to see one, because if you see one, you can see them both.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm putting adhesive on the lash. I'm putting adhesive, and the purpose of putting the adhesive on the lash first is so that it can start getting sticky.
Well, I think that's where I always mess up. I don't wait for it to start getting sticky. I just put the adhesive on and just go and wonder why.
And then that's when it gets all over your face and then everything. So while I'm waiting for it to get sticky, then the next thing I do is, or the next thing you should do is, and I'm using I have a compact here. This is much easier. As a matter of fact, you can see I put my little PYP on my compact. See that?
I love it.
Love it.
Another shameful plug. Okay.
Love it.
Love it.
Okay, and then you get a pencil and you line your eye with the pencil. Well, first of all, I'm gonna warm it up. I'm just warming the pencil up.
Oh, that's a good trick too.
Yeah, I'm just warming it up because I need to soften it. Because otherwise I'll be tugging at my eye. You know, like I said, I try to do everything I can to save this beautiful skin.
So do you just warm it up between your fingers?
No, you warm it up by rubbing the pencil literally on your skin.
Okay.
You know. And so what I'm doing is excuse me?
Can you do that for brow pencils too?
Yes, you can. Can you all see? Yes, you can. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so while the adhesive is getting tacky, you're doing your eyeliner. Got it.
I'm doing my eyeliner. Don't get mad when I look so pretty. Okay?
We ain't mad.
We're gonna learn how to be pretty just like you.
My PYP eyelashes come tomorrow, so I'm gonna be fly tomorrow with nowhere to go.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you. So Dr. Amber's daughter is having her. She's having a birthday, not a gathering, but just a birthday. So I'm sure Dr. Amber is going to celebrate her daughter's birthday with her PYP lashes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You gotta make sure you can see the kids now, Dr. Amber.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, see, can you see?
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you take and you line your eye. And after you line your eye, you want to take a brush, a little small dome brush, and then just smudge. Just smudge. Just smudge the line. Now, what I should have done, which I did not do beforehand because I jumped right into it,
He makes it look so effortless.
I
because
know.
all I did was just take and line the eye, and then I just open my eye and I'm just feeling where that fold is, where you can feel the eye socket, and I'm just um, taking the line that I've created and pulled out towards the outer part of my eye, and I'm just following where literally where the eye socket is.
Child, I'll be a raccoon by
No,
now.
you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, because you would take your brush and you can feel your eye socket is, and you just run the color along the eye socket.
Occipital Wait,
Yes, that is very pretty.
that's the frontalis, right?
Okay, you see that?
I love it.
Okay, you see it? Okay.
Looks awesome.
And one thing I did not do, which I was saying I should have done first, was tell you all that the first thing you need to do when you get the lashes is um, you need to literally take and size it, because what ends up happening is that sometimes everyone doesn't have the same length of eye. So
Mhm.
what you need to do is you need to put it up there and just see if the lash fits. You need to see if it's going to fit your eye, the length of your eye. And if it doesn't, then you need to take and you need to clip just a little. Let me see. Yeah. You take and you clip just a little bit of the lash.
Yep, there you go.
I can't, I'm confused because I can't see this. Okay.
There you go.
This way. There we go. You clip the end of the lash, just the end of the lash, so that you can make it fit. So you take and you put it on your eye. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna place it on my eye and see if it's the right length. So I'm gonna take it, put it on my eye. I'm glad it fell down, this time fell down in the compact. You take it, and you just see if it fits your eye, if it's gonna fit the length of your eye. Okay, yes, it fits the length of my eye, so I know it's gonna fit. Once you know it's gonna fit, then you take and you put adhesive on it and let it sit there. And you let it sit there so it can start to get tacky. Then while it's getting tacky, that's when you start applying your eyeshadow and whatever you're gonna do to your eye. And then once you've done your shadows and you've actually done your eyebrows and made sure that they're all brushed up and looking wonderful, and you want to fill in those sparse hairs with a little liner and just follow that. Then once you've done that and you take it, you brush them up a little bit and make sure the pencil, oh, that looks so pretty. Yes, Derek, you did a wonderful job. And then you take and once you've done that, then the next thing you do is you line your eye. After you line your eye, then what you want to do is you want to put mascara on your lashes. And the reason why you put the mascara on first is because you don't want to put it on afterwards, because if you put it on after you put the lash on, you end up taking and gluing the lash into the actual false lash. And then when you go to pull it off, you're going to be pulling your own natural lashes off with it. So after you line the eyes, smudged, made the eyes as nice and as intense as you would like, then you would take, oh, got the wrong color. I pulled the wrong color out the bag. I pulled blue. I want black. Okay, you take your mascara, and I always take it, and then I just take and I hit the end of it like that, just to make sure I get all that excess off, because this is a brand new tube. And then you take, it's easy when you have a compact with you, because that way you're looking down. If you try to do like this, you're going to end up, as you brushing with the mascara, you're going to end up getting the dots up here on your eye. So you can look down and just brush back and forth.
I hate putting on mascara, FYI.
I do too.
I always get it on my eyelid.
Well, that's also, you need to, like I said, you need to take, like, this is a brand new tube, and this brand new tube, excuse me, let me see. Yes, it's beautiful. So what like I said, when you have a brand new tube, it's always best to take, and a lot of times what I would do is take and very lightly pull the wand through the paper towel or tissue just to wipe all the excess off, because by being brand new, it's going to be real, real wet.
Fabulous, Derrick.
I had no idea my lashes were this long. Wow.
I also have a hard time flipping my hand to do my right side or my left side. And
Then
I
what you can
end up
do
with
is on the other
mascara
side,
on my-
on the other side, you can take the mascara wand like this and just do this.
Ah, I like that.
See? Tips and
Derrick got
tricks.
all the tricks.
Okay.
So
Now
I've
a lot of
never
times,
waited this
a lot
long.
of times people would like to wear mascara on their lower lids. Now, when you're going to wear mascara on the lower lid, it's best to do the lower lids first. And what you do is what I normally do when I'm doing someone's makeup. I will do I do the face in pieces. I know that if you try to do the lower lids after you've already done the top lids, all the dots are going to get up on top of your lid, up in your eye area. So what I do is I take and I literally do the lower lashes first. Always do them first. Always do them first. And the way I do them, I just take and just brush back and forth very lightly. You're barely touching the lashes because what's in the brush is going to get on the lashes. And then once I get one little coat on there, I let it go. And then I let that dry. See, and you can make them as intense. You can make the lower lashes, the hairs as intense as you want, but you have to let that first layer dry. And then while that's drying, I go and do something else. Then I'll go and maybe line a lip and then fill the lip in. Or then I may go and but I always do the lower lashes first, let that dry while that's drying, going and playing with the upper part of the eye, doing whatever I'm going to do with the eye.
So see, this is why I don't do my lashes well, because clearly I don't have this much patience. I don't think I've ever waited this long between putting the adhesive on and actually putting the
I
lash
have
on my eye.
never waited this long to
Well,
do that.
no, I mean the lashes don't. I mean, I was sitting here talking. It shouldn't take, because the lash is actually very sticky.
Mm.
It's actually
See, I
very
thought
sticky.
if I waited too long, it wouldn't stick.
Yeah, I thought it would dry out.
No. It's
More
almost like putting tape against tape. If you put two pieces of tape together, what's going to happen? It's going to stay stuck, and you're not going to pull it apart. Which is why I said put the adhesive on the lash first. Then what I do, and you can actually go from that to sticking it right on. But what I do to make sure that I'm going to get a good bond is, after I finish with, here's my adhesive. There it is. Where's my phone?
You
There
got
it is.
it.
Right there. Okay, there we go. I take and this way. There we go. The brush. Take my compact brush real close to the lashes. Put the brush back into place. Take my lash, which already has adhesive on it. Put it there. And then I start putting it in place.
Well, this is amazing. I don't think I
I done
ever
learned a
knew to
lot
put the
today. I'm
adhesive
looking
on
like,
my lash or on my as an eyeliner and on the lash. I never knew to do that.
Well, I do it that way because of the fact it makes sure, because one thing I don't like is I don't like to see women when they put their lashes on. I hate when when they put the lashes on that they are flipping and flopping.
Oh no, can't do
I
that.
can't, because the lashes are supposed to be really an extension of your eyes.
right.
I'm just taking and I'm squeezing the lashes together.
And that tool comes in your kit, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Ooh, that's so
It is.
fabulous.
Woo!
Now, which
Yes.
one is that?
This is Karina.
This is Karina. Okay.
I like Karina.
Okay, then you can finish up with, I love a good intense waterline.
Hmm.
Ooh, that eye looks so good.
It makes such a difference. I'm just sitting here like in awe.
I'm like,
Yeah,
that
me
eye.
too.
Oh, Lord. And that's a master class, y'all. Master class in here.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my goodness,
Look
Derrick.
at that.
That's so
Derrick.
beautiful.
That is amazing.
I'm headed to DC.
Now you can see the difference between no lash and a lash.
Amazing.
Woo! Lord.
Fierce. You hear me?
Fierce.
Fierce.
Okay, so you're gonna have to tell us now, where can we get these lashes? Tell the people, let the people know, where can we find them?
Derrick, you did a real good job.
Yes, Derrick, you did. Yes,
Yes, you did.
Lord.
You did a real good job
Derrick.
doing that and talking. I must give it to you.
You are a yes.
Pat yourself on the back.
You would go to Perfecting Your Presence, PYP, perfectingyourpresence.com. Doc, I'm sure you can put that in the screen down below. You love taking notes.
I will take care of it.
And if they go to Perfecting Their Presence, it's there. You go there and you literally can place your order there. And because this is one of Oprah's favorite things, it's 20% discount.
Wow.
Yeah. And we've already got the 20% locked in so that we can make sure that people, because what you do is you're supposed to put in the code Oprah. If you put in the code Oprah, it's supposed to give you 20%, but a lot of people are not going to remember that or not follow those instructions. So we have it already computed that whatever you purchase, the 20% discount will automatically take place. Because I don't want people to say, I thought it said that you're supposed to get 20% discount. I didn't get. It's going to be already computed. I don't want to have to worry about anybody saying that we were trying to take them. So it's all in there. So perfectingyourpresence.com. And there it is. The lash is on. Just making sure that.
So someone asked, what eyeliner did you use?
It can be any eyeliner. It really can. It can be any eyeliner. This just happens to be, honestly, just happens to be a Maybelline pencil.
Woo! Yes.
I mean, I use Maybelline, I use L'Oreal, I use MAC, I use
Do you guys hear
this
that?
bag
It can be
here
anything.
is filled with pencils. Filled with pencils. So I have lots of different pencils that I use. But this one just happened to be the first one I grabbed out of here because I have MAC pencils, I have Maybelline pencils, I got L'Oreal pencils, I got Kevin Aucoin pencils, I got all kinds of pencils. So this one just happened to be the first one I saw that was black. So that's why I literally, hey Sam.
Hey, you know what charter is?
I don't even know what that is. I can't see it because of light. That's Tim's. I don't know where it is. Unless it's up here. Is this it? I think, is this it?
Yeah, that's my.
Okay. I'm sorry, you all.
That's okay.
My son, he's asking questions, so I had to make sure I took care of him. Okay.
Everybody take notes. We got the website right here down at the bottom. Perfectingyourpresence.com. Karina, am I saying that right? Is that the one you have on right now?
Yep, this is Karina.
Karina.
Yes, this is beautiful.
Awesome.
We love it. We can't wait to get ours and try it ourselves. You might be getting a couple of frantic phone calls like, Derrick, we done messed up.
I can't believe how good this is. I can't believe how good this look. I'm so impressed that I think I'm gonna have to go live on my other site.
Hey,
You
do it.
should. I want you to come over there too. Yeah, I heard that.
I think I'm gonna have to go live on my
Instagram.
other site.
Yes, everybody follow Derrick over to his social media. Where you going live on Insta, Derrick?
I sure am. I'm gonna go right on over to Derrick for makeup.
Derrick, we so appreciate you. This has been absolutely fabulous.
Amazing.
Well, thank you. I thank you all. Honestly, thank you from the whole heart for inviting me here to be a part of your weekly, what you all do weekly. You all get together as a sisterhood, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. I sincerely appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much.
For the people, please. That's all I want to know, because I'm not able to see any notes.
The people are amazed by you, Derrick. They can't believe you're 59. They're amazed by your eyes. People are like, you are amazing.
But thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, we will have to do a part 2 soon. I know you're a busy man, but hopefully we can make it happen.
Let's do something in December. That'll be great.
Let's do it.
I love it.
Right before the holidays.
Let's do it. We will make it work.
You know we will have you back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you all. I appreciate your audience. Thank you all for having me be a part of this, and I'm looking forward to our next session, which will be in December.
Absolutely. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all heard it here first.
Yes, I promise it, because I've said it. I promise I'll be here.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. Where's Doc? She must have been running behind her daughter.
Yeah.
I know she got that little one. She got to take care of. I just didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave here without saying bye to her.
Well, she wanted us to say thank you on her behalf, and I know she's going to be super excited to hear we're coming back in December.
Okay, great. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try to find that other lash. It's hanging somewhere. One is black somewhere. I'm gonna find that other lash, and then I'm gonna head on over to Derrick for makeup.
Derrick for makeup, guys. Head over there.
Y'all go check it out.
MKUP. Okay, take care. Thank you all again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.